I'm Jeff of Schwartz Performance, and we've weathered most of the ice and snow for this season, and we're ready for our March 2023 shop update video. Let's go out and check out what we got going on today. As you can see, this 78 Mercedes project is going along pretty well. We fabricated and installed our side trim on there now, so it's been painted body colored. Originally we were thinking of going satin black, but there's a lot of satin black on there, so it blends in nicely along the rocker trim, just above the rocker trim. We've been working on getting the throttle body working correctly. We have a CNC ported blower and with a 103 millimeter throttle body, and then the instrument cluster is now ready to be mounted in the dash. We've got the housing and the carbon fiber overlay made up, and that'll get being mounted shortly, and then we got to wrap up the interior things. The steering wheel that's in the car right now is just a mock-up unit, not the actual one that's going in, so don't worry about that. This 69 big block 4-speed Indy pace car Camaro is coming along nice. The big block obviously was replaced with the LT4 supercharged engine, and it's got our Schwartz G-Machine chassis underneath it. So sometimes we take valuable collector cars and make them into pro touring cars. That's the case in the case of this one. But going back together, we've got the dry sump tank mounted, and plumbing has been done, and we're moving along. We're not doing everything on this car. The customer wants to do some of his stuff, so it should be ready to go real soon. We're getting things wrapped up on this C10 pickup. Customer came in a couple weeks ago and sat in it and made sure everything fit him properly, and he should be getting delivery of this thing real soon. We got all the graphics on this 78 Trans Am, and we got the dash wrapped, so that stuff will be going in the car real soon. The engine bay and inner aprons in the engine compartment have been painted on this 72 Mustang, and we got a few more things to wrap up on it before it goes back to the customer. We're getting all the components mounted and fitted to this Coyote-powered Mustang convertible. Right now we're working on steering column and steering shaft. We've mounted the chassis on this Hellcat-powered 66 Charger and also fabricated the inner aprons. We're working on fitting the other components, radiator, and we'll be mini tubbing it real soon. We've finished painting the firewall on this LeMans with the LT1 engine and the Schwartz G-Machine chassis. This car is not getting painted, so it came in for the modern powertrain upgrade, and then obviously we smoothed the firewall and painted that to clean up the engine bay as part of the process. But this car is not getting painted, it's just going back together with the paint that it came in with, and it should be a really fun driver car. We're working on engine bay components on this 73 LeMans. Coolant tubes is in process right at the moment, and we've finished up the engine bay braces. So on this Chevy Monza, we have a real lightweight racing fiberglass front end, the only kind you can get for these cars. So we've fabricated some metal components that we've fitted into this front end. It's really light, flimsy fiberglass, so we're having to reinforce it with a little bit of metal to make sure that it doesn't collapse at the high speeds that this car is going to be capable of. Well, we've been doing some measurements on this giant 632 big block that's in the 69 Chevelle, and we have two choices. Fabricate a single plane lower rise manifold with a large plenum to maintain horsepower, or put a giant raised hood on it. Right now I'm leaning more towards the fabricated intake and keeping things under the really good looking 69 Chevelle stock hood. This is a 64 Jag Mark II that we've been working on, LT1 powered 8-speed automatic. We're having to get a little more cooling air to the engine bay, so we've opened up these areas behind these chrome pieces, have openings where air can flow through them. However, the sheet metal behind it didn't allow airflow, so we've cut out little triangles to allow more airflow through here to get to the radiator. We'll also have air feeding from the bottom to the giant Be-Cool radiator that we just got for this car. So a lot of little detail work to fitting 100 pounds of stuff in a 50-pound bag, so to speak. We still haven't determined tire size on this Jag, but I'm leaning towards a 255 in the front and either a 275 or a 295 in the back. This is a 275, and I think we can do a few little tweaks to fit a bigger one in here without mini tubbing it. We've done quite a lot on this Camaro, and we're waiting for glass to get put in and the forged line wheels, and it should be ready to go back to the customer real soon after we get that stuff. We've got about 25 chassis here that they're assembling to get out the door, so be patient. We're putting them together as fast as we can, and our lead times are coming down. Fab times have been greatly reduced. We still have a little bit of bottleneck in powder coating and final assembly, but keep those orders coming and we'll get them out to you real soon. So despite having no power all day yesterday, I was able to light some candles and get this 440 cube L88 engine in my 73 Corvette. So I hope to have it running real soon. Be sure and stay tuned for next month. We've got a lot more coming, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button.